Welcome to the album show. And I'm joined by Peter Calandra, and we're going to talk about his brand new album, Inner Circle. Hi, Peter.
Hey, Chrissy, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Now, I love the album cover. It's just got this beautiful, very simple, but very deep picture on the front of it, on the album cover, and it's just, I think it gives you an indication that this album is a very personal but a very deep album. I hope I've got that right.
Yes, actually, the album art was a photograph I took last summer up at my house up in the Catskills one night out on the deck. The moon looked really beautiful, and I just took my phone out and captured a picture of it. And because of the low resolution of the phone image, it gives the picture kind of a murkiness, and the light there I thought was the very light portion I thought was a really good representation for the title of the album, Inner Circle, because it's basically a circle inside of this very dark area that surrounds it.
So, would you like to tell us something about this album?
Yeah, this album was written the music was written in August of 2013 in my project studio in upstate New York. And at that point, last year I had released a solo piano album titled Ashokan Memories. And I wanted to do an album that was more representative of the music that I had been working on for film and television, where I've got certain kinds of moods I create. And in addition to that, I also wanted to write music that I thought would move people and touch their hearts in a way. So I did mock-ups of the music up in my studio space in my house upstate, and then I recorded all the live players in my Manhattan studio in January. There's a lot of varying styles of music. There's some stuff that's almost like ambient jazz. There's solo piano music. There's stuff that's crossover classical. There's elements of world music in the CD. One thing I'm very happy with, though, is that the people that I have performing on the album did an incredible job playing my music, and I'm really happy with the way that all came out.
Now, I know that on the inner sleeve of the CD cover, you actually say that the album is dedicated with gratitude to the inner circle of family and friends who have been with me since the beginning of my music career. I think that's a wonderful thing to do.
Well, I started out a long time ago playing piano in bars when I was a teenager, and my family would come to see me play. I have a very close group of friends that I developed as I was growing up that I'm still very close to, and they would help me carry my electric piano around in and out of bars. And as my career progressed, they would always come to all the shows I would do in the city. They would come to my outside gigs in clubs. They had a big film that screened here in New York called Rise. That was in a very large theater in the Times Square area, and my family and friends came in for that. They've just been very supportive of all this music making that I've done, and the life of a professional musician, a composer, performer is a road that you travel down with lots of ups and downs. And though I've had a lot of ups, there have been a lot of rough spots as well. And it's always nice to have that base of people there that support you when things aren't going really as well as you'd like them to.
Yeah, we all need support, and sometimes friends and family are wonderful at doing that for us.
Well, it's great because there's no agenda. They're just my family and my friends. You sometimes have to wonder what people's motivation are, what motivation people have that work in the music industry that you encounter. I've met a lot of great people, but I've met a lot of people that leave a lot to be desired in terms of honesty. So it's always good to have the base to fall back on.
So this album's got 13 tracks on it. So I loved the title of the very, very first track, Clyde and the Pearl. Would you like to tell me something about that one?
Well, if you were a young male growing up in the early 1970s on Long Island, and you were athletic, and you played basketball, you were probably a fan of the New York Knicks. And Clyde is Walt Clyde Frazier, and the Pearl is Earl the Pearl Monroe. Clyde was the point guard, and Earl was the shooting guard, and they were an incredible backcourt that I used to love to watch and imitate when I was playing games with my friends on the basketball courts. And I don't know, I just kind of thought it was a great title and sort of like an homage to the past.
Well, it definitely is a great title.
Yeah, it's funny. A couple of my friends have commented on it in a loving, mocking kind of a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the music I on that is also sort of harkens back to 1970s soul jazz stuff that you might have heard by the Headhunters or Bob James or Deodato. I've got a Fender Rhodes solo, kind of funkier rhythms. Orchestral strings. It's sort of all fits into that retro kind of sound, but it does have some modern elements to it as well, with some of the drum programming that I did.